Chalo, hi Vivek, thank you for joining in. I'm expecting more participants to join in a while, so I think set up a timer, and once everyone is in, we'll get started.
Yes, sir.
Hi, folks. Good morning. Happy to see you all. Are you guys able to unmute yourself and speak up? Just a quick check.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Sure. Think it's a full house. Let me also check if we are good on YouTube. So session is being streamed on both platforms, Zoom and YouTube. Zoom will always get priority in terms of Q&A, those who have registered, and then we can move to YouTube later on. Chalo, we are good to start. Today we have a very simple agenda at hand. Today's agenda is US CMA prep as a student versus working professional. I've been getting quite requests around what should be scheduled, should you start CMA as a student, as a working professional, and a number of parameters around this. Initially I had thought of making a YouTube video, but again decided, chalo, this is not a general topic. Students might have or professionals might have some questions around it, so some level of customization or personalized guidance is required. So now we are in a live webinar answering on this question. So let's break down the agenda into three parts. First, I will talk in general around preparation required for US CMA, a universal definition of how many hours you need to put in, how you can structure your study, and a number of things. Second, we will move to preparing for US CMA as a student. Let's say you are a college going student. Let me create three categories. You are a UG student or a PG student. So you have college to take care of. Second, you are a full-time student. So your college is done and you can give as much time as possible. Third category, you are a student who had some professional background in terms of, let's say, either you are a CA dropout or a CS dropout or Indian CMA dropout. In this case, what customization we can bring in? That's the second part. Third, as a working professional, someone who is working in three types of shift. First shift is the typical Indian shift 9 to 5, 9 to 6. Second, someone who's working in, let's say, European shift or EMEA shift. So somewhere you start in the zone of 12 p.m. India time to 9 p.m. or 2 p.m. India time to 10 p.m. वगैरह. So European shift. And third, someone who's working in US shift, basically night shift. How you guys can prepare for your US CMA. Now, interestingly, last week I was shooting a podcast with a professional. It will come out soon. Someone from a very early batch. She works in Barclays, and we were discussing, and this discussion, some discussion went off the record. So I asked simply, during last 3-4 months of your preparation, what was your strategy or how did you approach? And I got a very interesting but a very relatable answer as well. The first response I got was, it was a 6 month strong commitment. When we say strong commitment, in this period of 6 months, you have only one laser sharp focus. और ये फोकस होता है मेकिंग श्योर यू कंप्लीट यूएस सीएमए. और लेजर शार्प फोकस का मीनिंग ये भी होता है, दिस कैंडिडेट मेंशन ड्यूरिंग वीकडेज along with a tight schedule of working, making sure 2 hours are put in every day. 2 hours are put in every day. Second, this is weekdays. During weekends, a whopping 5 to 6 hours, 5 to 6 hours are being put in on each day. So this is Saturday plus Sunday. This is Monday to Friday. So if you look at an average, let's consider 5 hours. So Saturday, Sunday के 10 घंटे हो गए, 10 hours on Saturday and Sunday total, and 5 weekdays. So another 10 hours, 2 into 5. You are putting in 20 hours of study every week. Every week. This is one metric that was reported, and this student easily cleared both parts in first attempt. Now the duration required, I'll tell you another metrics. See, once you have 20 hours every week, how you can distribute these 20 hours? Observe yourself in which category you fall. If you think that your accuracy is moving in this way, you know, you watch a lecture once, plus you read your notes, and after reading your notes, you attempt MCQs. और यहाँ पर MCQ का जो accuracy है, that starts from 40%, goes to 50%, goes to 70%. If you are under this category, I would easily recommend please take up at least 4 months for preparation. At least 4 months for preparation. And in terms of number of hours, let me put it in this way. At least take around 400 hours. If you ask Institute Metrics, वो थोड़ा somewhere around 300 hours चला जाता है कि overall preparation type of 300 hours is enough. But if you ask me, someone who's starting, let's say, from 40% and इनको improve करना है, I would recommend 400 hours of total preparation. And now, how many weeks you need to prepare? Duration क्या होना चाहिए? If you do a quick check, we are considering 20 hours of study every week. अगर आप with commitment डाल पाते हो, you have overall 20 weeks का preparation. And this 20 weeks can be broken down into typical 5 months easily. 1 month has 4 weeks, so 5 months overall. Now, if you're someone who starts, कि चलो lecture देख लिया है, after that we have gone through the notes, after that we have gone through the MCQs. अब preparation देखना है. And यहाँ पर you start at 50 to 60% of accuracy, you immediately jump to 70% and immediately then 80-90%. अगर आप इस category में आते हो, then you can go slightly easy on yourself. Instead of 400 hours, 300 hours of preparation is required. But 300 is bare minimum. उससे कम मत करना. And again, we are taking, average of 20 hours every week. So now we have 15 weeks to take care of, which is an approximate 4 months. So whenever someone asks me, sir, एक part खत्म करने के लिए कितना time लगता है? This is the reason why I always tell कि चलो 4 months to 5 months on an average you will take to study. And then consider additional, there's something called as 20-day plan. I'll make a video on this later. Exam से पहले last 20 days में क्या करना चाहिए. But overall preparation of 4 months, average category 5 months, if you have to put in a lot of efforts, it's enough. Follow up with a 20-day last mile plan and you can easily go and sit for your exam. This is a very general strategy. Now coming to step-by-step plan. Whenever you are studying, आपको करना क्या है? Universally, take up any professional exam, not just US CMA, not just any other, ACCA हो गया, CFA हो गया, FRM हो गया. Any exam, there are 4 steps जो आपको follow करने हैं पढ़ाई के टाइम पे. First, you start with the understanding part. You have to understand a concept. Or in very simple terms, you have to learn a concept. Learning happens in 2 different ways. Let's say if you're someone who's completely new to a concept, आप science background से हो or you have just done BCom, you don't know much about finance, you haven't read much about finance. In that case, definitely take help from a tutor or a coach. In this context, I will say go and watch a lecture where someone will come on board, simplify different concepts for you. Once you watch a lecture, go through the textbook, because any lecture in the world does not cover each and every line in your textbook. Lecture आपको concept deliver करता है, but to make sure your completion is 100%, after lecture you go to a textbook, and textbook के बाद you take up your own notes. So whenever you have to revise, you have something handy. Second category, let's say you have some background in finance, you have done some other course and you think that मेरे से हो सकता है, then you fall under self study category. So self study category में you just have to skip lecture part, jump directly to the textbook, and after textbook jump directly to the notes. This is first step in terms of preparation. Average time, again, ये जो time is a very interesting concept. Time, even though it's kind of a constant factor, in study context it's a relative factor. Relative factor मतलब time required for me to study would be different, for some other candidate would be different. तो अगर मैं एक average बताऊं, whenever I say study for 2 hours daily, my expectation is in this period of 2 hours, if you want to watch a lecture, you are able to dedicate at least 40 minutes to non-stop learning in a lecture, followed up by at least 40 minutes of reading. And this reading in 40 minutes should at least deliver 15 pages of content. अगर आप 40 मिनट पढ़ रहे हो एटलीस्ट 15 पेजेस हो जाने चाहिए. और चलो आई एम बीइंग अ बिट लीनियंट, 10 to 15 पेजेस आराम से हो जाने चाहिए. And then last 40 minutes can be dedicated towards solving. Saurabh buddy, please don't draw on my screen. Thank you. Towards solving. And again, you are spending additional 40 minutes on solving. तो कितने क्वेश्चन होने चाहिए यहाँ पे? अगेन इन द इनिशियल फेज आई एम नॉट दैट स्ट्रिक्ट, बट टिपिकली एटलीस्ट 10 क्वेश्चंस, 15 क्वेश्चंस होने ही चाहिए डेली के. This is how your overall 120 minutes or 2 hours should be dedicated for daily study. So a typical 2 hours is just a metric, but what you want to focus is on at least 1 hour of learning or 40-45 minutes of learning of new concepts, revision of the concepts, reading pages at least 10 to 15 daily, and 10 to 15 questions again daily, Monday to Friday. ये schedule होना ही चाहिए. Saturday, Sunday, put in 5 to 6 hours, उसको double कर दो. When you're studying for 5 hours, not necessary you'll be able to deliver for 5 hours. Let's say productive hours उसमें से 4 ही घंटे होंगे. So at least double the delivery should be there in terms of Saturday and Sunday. So I hope you got an universal understanding, generic way में कि preparation के लिए कितना time लगता है, how much you need to deliver. Now, before going ahead, in my class, I usually take a vote that if you guys are clear with the concept, कुछ doubts वगैरह नहीं है, so can I get a Y in the chat? So let me do it here as well. If you guys are clear with whatever I have discussed, can you just type Y in the chat and press enter? I'll get an idea that you guys are with me. तो हम आगे जा सकते हैं. I can see there are around 34 total attendees, Zoom plus YouTube. Kritika is asking how to attempt MCQ. I should share some sample DSS actually over here. Kirti, I'll look into it. Thanks for the suggestion. Okay, good amount of votes are in. A quick call in terms of any doubts, any concerns still here? No? ठीक है. Vivek, I have a sorry for that. Vivek, I have a dedicated slot for Q&A at the end. So I've gone through your question. I'll definitely address it at the end. I'll just quickly cover, study plan for students now and then study plan for working professionals. So our first point in our agenda is done. Generally, what level of preparation is required? As we discussed, 20 hours weekly basis pay bare minimum. And secondly, whenever you are preparing, have this metrics in your mind. 1 hour of study or 40 minutes of video lectures maximum, 40 minutes of reading 10 to 15 pages, 40 minutes of solving 10 to 15 questions. Next. Now, as a student, if I talk about the first category, UG and PG students, undergraduate or postgraduate. See, for you guys, the only challenge is your college commitments. And within your college commitments, for me, major concern is exams. Whenever I see any semester exams come in, 20-30% of the class is missing. One simple excuse, sir, exam chal raha hai, we won't be able to attend lectures. Now, I'll give you just my unfiltered answer or unfiltered opinion. BCom के exams कुछ इस तरह के होते हैं. I mean, if you're average candidate, believe me, 1 week of study for BCom level exams and MBA के लिए भी. चलो MBA के लिए मैं 1 week नहीं कहूँगा, MBA के लिए at least 2 weeks of study. Now my MBA experience is from IIM Lucknow. कोई और MBA होगा तो I don't know tier 2 tier 3 में कैसे चलता है, but 2 weeks of study for MBA, 1 week of study for BCom is more than enough. So how you can plan your study is you carry on with your schedule till the time your exam comes up. Please follow the regular schedule we have in our class where I'm asking you to study 2 hours a day. During your exam period, please spend only 30 minutes and just attend all the classes. See, classes are on weekends. चलो Saturday को paper रहा तो you can skip that, go through the recording. But Sunday का तो lecture कर लो. We have classes usually on Saturday and Sunday. If you're part of weekday, तो शाम को class होता है, weekday batch. So please make sure you attend that. But make sure all the classes are attended. And other than classes, you're spending 30 minutes just to revise. It's okay, you're not solving MCQs in this period, but whatever I'm teaching, please make sure you go back and you revise from your notes, from the class notes, or at least from textbook, to make sure that you are on track. You do not forget. Whatever you have studied, keep up with the revision. Whatever is happening in the class, make sure you attend. It's perfectly fine. We can always spare 2 weeks. लेकिन 2 हफ्तों के बाद again you have to cover up. And this is where I expect, like, exam हो गया, एक दो दिन छुट्टी ले लो. I mean, most of the colleges don't have any, very strict requirement around BCom. Most of the colleges do understand if you are pursuing professional course, छुट्टी लेके make sure you cover up. So that's one catch for students. Other than that, you can follow a regular schedule. Coming to students who are studying full time, UG, PG हो गया है, BCom हो गया है. For you guys, my suggestion would be you guys should be on fast track mode. फास्ट ट्रैक मोड जितना जल्दी हो सके. इवन इफ यू स्टडिंग विद FinStreet, व्हाट वी डू इज पिछले बैच के सारे वीडियो रिकॉर्डिंग्स आर ओपन. Go and watch in advance. Do all the lectures with me. Go and watch in advance. Stay with me. Stay ahead of me. Stay as fast as possible. And make sure you wrap up CMA within 4 months or 5 months. I have highlighted. You do not waste any time. Because for you guys, UG, PG is done. Whatever time you spend now starts accumulating as opportunity cost. So without spending any time, फट से सब एग्जाम क्लियर करके बी रेडी फॉर प्लेसमेंट असिस्टेंट. दैट शुड बी योर अप्रोच. एंड लास्टली, आफ्टर फुल टाइम स्टूडेंट्स वी हैव प्रोफेशनल कोर्सेज के स्टूडेंट्स. someone who is a let's say CA dropout, CS dropout, Indian CMA dropout, or any other course dropout. If you think that you have already conceptual clarity, you just need some revision and sit for the exam, then go for self-paced mode. Self-paced मतलब recordings कहीं से ले लो. If you need it from FinStreet, we are there. But कहीं से recordings ले लो. Recordings लेके wrap up your syllabus in 2 months, maximum 2 months. Because I'll give you my example. मेरे पास थोड़ा background था. I had done FRM before starting my CMA. I had done CFA level 1 before starting my CMA. So with finance background, what I did, I directly jumped onto books. मैं थोड़ा self study category में था. So if you need assistance, take lectures. If you don't need assistance, directly jump onto books. पढ़ लो. Go check how's your accuracy. If it's up to the mark, सीधा जाके exam दे दो. So you guys can consider self-paced mode, and no need to wait for 4 months, 5 months. You can wrap it up in 3 months if you have the conceptual clarity. बहुत बार क्या होता है, when you are pursuing these Indian courses, more focus is on memory. Lot of students memorize things instead of understanding things. So in that case, then don't go for self-study. If you need assistance in understanding, please stick around to live lectures. आपको Q&A doubt solving का support मिलता है. Coming to working professionals, for you guys, I think the stacks are, kind of set up against you. I did US CMA as a working professional, and for me, it was my first year of, professional journey. So, kafi, I wouldn't call it tough, but it was challenging in its own way. I'll tell you the reason why. See, when you're a working professional, now you have three things to take care of. Usually, working professionals fall between the category of 25-year-old to 35-year-old. So, first is you have to look after your family. If you're married, if you have kids, then additional responsibility. Second, you have to devote 8 hours of prime time or your most productive hours to your office. And in Indian context or even in corporate context, it can go upward of additional 2 hours. If you're working for Big Four, vagara, then obviously 10 hours is the bare minimum. Third, in terms of your, let's say, work-life balance ke baad, what should I call it? I should call it me time. You want some level of, thought process wise, you want some level of detox. You want to disconnect. You want some me time. You want to relax. You want to kind of chill around. Do, follow your hobbies. Do something that you love. So ये सारे चीजों को मैनेज करके now you have to take up a challenge of something like US CMA. This is not an easy thing to do, but believe me, if you can pull this off, you would be on a very I would say fast track, top of the priority trajectory in your career. Because when I was able to do my first certification along with Office, the second certification became easy. Third, leveling up in terms of extracurricular certifications, additional project, ऑफिस में खुद का काम देखने के बाद एक्स्ट्रा करिकुलर फॉर द ऑफिस, हैकाथॉन्स में पार्टिसिपेट करना, इनोवेटिव कॉम्पिटिशन में पार्टिसिपेट करना, दूसरे टीम्स को प्रोजेक्ट हेल्प करना, your mindset, your character, you as a professional, it completely changes you. So when you take up a challenge, when you're stepping out of comfort zone, believe me, you're setting yourself up for something big in future. Now with this context, आप ये कैसे manage कर सकते हो? See, there is certain science behind the learning process. Learning process needs first thing, that is focus. And mentally, there's enough proof, enough evidence that whenever you study in the morning, if you're a morning person, nothing like you. But if you have completed your overall 8 hour of sleep or at least 6 hour of sleep, and then you set up yourself for studying, this is the best case scenario for you. Second, if you're a working professional, whenever you're studying, chalo, I'll give you a discount of 30 minutes. Instead of 2 hours daily, just study for 90 minutes. But this needs to be in a deep work environment or deep focus environment. Now, what is deep work or deep focus environment? Your mobile should be switched off. There should be no noise around you. No one is troubling you. No one is disturbing you. In a silent room, you're just having a laser sharp focus on your study for 90 minutes. That's also doable. Third thing, you have to leverage all long weekends. Whenever you will see any government holiday coming in, 26th Jan हो गया, 1st May हो गया, 15th August हो गया, आगे पीछे एक दो छुट्टी लेके right from Saturday, make sure you take a long weekend till Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and such long weekends accumulated, they can really help you pace up. And last advice, whenever you are a working professional, always have a mentor handy, and once in every 15 days or at least once in every month, connect with the mentor for two reasons: share your progress, have a word around further plan, and indirectly this also gives you motivation to keep going. So as a working professional, these are some of the tips that I can suggest you. If I had to talk about shift wise how you can plan, if you're someone who's working in Indian shift, this is how you can plan your studies. 9 to 6 p.m. I'm gonna assume you will be occupied. Please break your studies in two phases. Morning, maybe 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. Focus on watching lectures, focus on reading. Once you come back, let's say evening, 9 p.m. to maybe 10 p.m. Hmm. From 9 p.m. to 10 p.m., once you come back from your office, make sure you focus on MCQs and make sure you focus on revision. Now, why I'm splitting this? Fresh time should focus on learning new things. Once you're tired, so passive learning mat karna. Passive learning means you're just sitting back and consuming. Don't do that. Your brain should be in action when you're tired, ताकि आपको नींद ना आए. So in that case, MCQ should be helpful. Revision should be helpful. If you're someone who's working in European shift or EMEA shift, European shift, emerging market shift, your time is usually either it starts from 12 p.m. or it starts from 2 p.m. and it goes on till 9 p.m. or at times even 11 p.m. In this case, best case scenario, please utilize your morning time. Your morning time can be dedicated for 3 hours. I was in this category. My shift was from 9 p.m. From 12 p.m. to 9 p.m. So morning time, I used to dedicate 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. aram se for my studies. Plus, after coming back before going to bed, 30 minutes of MCQs, revision, and other stuff. If it's doable, study at the evening as well. But morning time is best for you guys. And if you're someone who's working in US shift, when you start somewhere around 4 p.m., 5 p.m., and you're wrapping up your shift around 2 a.m., 3 a.m. Once you're back from your home, please complete your sleep. And once you wake up, let's say around 11 a.m. or 12 p.m., this is the right time. Have your breakfast slash lunch. I'll call it brunch, chalo, in this case. So have your brunch and immediately study from, let's say, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. possible. This is how you can prioritize your study. Now, again, this is a recommendation. I eventually got into a night owl category. ठीक है, जहाँ पर I just couldn't wake up in the morning because I used to be very motivated throughout the day. तो मैं शाम को after office after whatever happens no matter what I used to study in the evening. तो अगर 11 भी बज गया and I'm starting my study at 11, I used to study till 2 a.m. 3 a.m. and then I used to go to bed. So if you're comfortable in that category, perfectly. तो रात को पढ़ लो. If you're someone who can't stay up late night, जल्दी सो जाओ, जल्दी उठो and try studying in the morning. But yeah, this is the overall agenda I want to deliver in terms of how you can manage your time around your office, around your college commitments, and overall preparation. Now the forum is open for Q&A. So let's do this thing. If you want to speak up and ask your question, just raise your hand. Till then, whoever wants to share their query through a chat, drop it in the chat box. I'll read it out and I'll try to answer all your questions. I'll just take one question at a time. Yes, Madhur, tell me.
Hey, hi Aditya.
Hi.
I hope you're having a good weekend. So I'm a working professional. I work in product in financial services.
Hmm.
However, after consulting with a lot of people and a mentor, what
Hmm.
I've been what I've been suggested is that US CMA, even after I complete it, I will be considered mostly as a fresher because product experience does not count towards pure accounting or financial analyst sort of experience, right?
You're
So
working on which kind of, so sorry to interrupt, which kind of product
hmm,
you're working on?
I'm working on PMS right now.
PMS. अरे चल जाता है ये experience, not an issue. Uh, because I've
My
worked on
work,
products,
yeah.
but okay, go ahead, go ahead.
So my work is currently not exactly how you can say core finance work.
Hmm.
It
Hmm.
is more to do with sort of hybrid into uh, analyzing what are like user funnels and helping the business team both.
Hmm.
It's I have a mix of basically my product experience is a mix of business plus what you can say is user analysis or something like that.
Hmm.
So it's so that's kind of the thing I've been getting recommended because not currently working in like core finance and I don't work on valuations and stuff like that.
Hmm.
So how does uh if even if it's a and I'm a working professional with 4.5 5 years of experience. However, I've
Hmm.
been for last 1 year or so I've been considering moving back to core finance, which I believe is my core strength. Not
Okay.
getting yeah. So, uh, what do you suggest? Like, how should I approach this? Because it's becoming taking a step down in terms of compensation, even after completing your CMA. It's not something that is very feasible right now.
Okay. And what's your
Yeah.
total experience in terms of years?
Oh, 4.5,
Four
5.
and a half.
Yes,
ठीक है.
so I started working in 2020,
Hmm.
2020 May or June, something like that.
Okay, got it. Sure. In now, this is my personal opinion, but I have worked on the product end, and I mean, you are somewhat more related. I was completely into IT, but our clientele was investment banks and everything. So, whenever you're working on product end, if you ask me from CMA certification perspective, the idea is quite clear. Technology is part of the curriculum. It is considered as relevant when it comes to your 2 years of experience. So वो manage हो जाएगा. Tech is part of it. Product management, assisting business with let's say revenue and वगैरह, it's part of it. Coming from now market perspective, which you highlighted, कि market में let's say if you plan a switch tomorrow, will it be considered as a relevant profile? Here is where the main challenge would step in. See, when it comes to recruitment, after having certain experience, HRs have their own, definition कि ये 4-5 pointers चाहिए. Experience match हुआ, they will shortlist. Experience match नहीं हुआ, they won't shortlist. But
Right.
a very less known fact is when a team is created, they usually have two segments. One segment is coming up with completely relevant experience, and companies also have some percentage of seats for diversified experience. Okay, someone who has related experience but has also other experience as well. In my case, एक IT company में they always kept few seats for finance professionals who know somewhat IT. So उस category में you can always step in, but all, I mean, that's not an easier solution. Along with your profile, there will be some additional parallel projects, reports, samples you will have to generate. So let's say you end up pursuing US CMA. इसके साथ consider that you have to create at least 3 projects to showcase you have knowledge, let's say in FP&A, let's say in financial products, and let's say in reporting, financial reporting. We will keep this portfolio ready. Your US CMA is already there, and then we'll target companies. Now, while targeting, it will be a case by case basis because you are an exception. So there will be some companies who would consider you, but will have an expectation कि आप थोड़े discounted पैकेज पे आओगे. मतलब लेट्स से मार्केट एवरेज चल रहा है 15 लाख का, दे विल एक्सपेक्ट कि अरे आपके पास उतना रिलेवेंट एक्सपीरियंस नहीं है, विल हैव टू ट्रेन यू एंड ऑल. तो वहां पर एक्सपेक्टेशन होगा कि आप 12 पर ही आ जाओगे, 11 पर ही आ जाओगे. So there are multiple, let's say, parameters to be considered. It's a long discussion, but I hope this gives you a quick glimpse of how your overall switch can be considered.
Okay. Just one follow-up question if I'm not taking too much of your time. Uh, the question being,
Yes.
you are suggesting some projects, yeah, to create a
Hmm.
portfolio. This is what I did to get my switch into product as well. So I'm familiar with
Hmm.
how the concept works. So where can I find some resources to get the get the projects? Because I've worked on couple of financial models. I've created some of them in Excel. Um, I would dare say I'm fairly decent at Excel.
Hmm.
So
Oh.
yeah, so I've worked on some financial models, evaluating some companies just out of my own whimsy. If you yeah, just to keep in touch with core finance, let's just say that. Uh, how where should I look for these projects? What sort of projects are relevant? I mean, if you don't have time to answer this right now, we can probably connect some other time, or if you can.
I was about to say this. See, I'll give you an idea around this. Uh, it's very difficult to find ready-made projects. अगर आप fresher हो तो I would have given you Forage जैसे platform, वहाँ पे ready-made मिल जाता है, but those are more relevant for freshers. In your case, the acumen required would have at a certain decent level. तो उसके लिए you need a finance expert who will sit down, who will give you a scenario. You can take help from ChatGPT or Gemini to create a data structure, और उसके ऊपर आप एक प्रोजेक्ट बना सकते हो. Now you can use again different tools for different projects. अगर FP&A का प्रोजेक्ट है, Oracle का कोई टूल सीख के you can create a project on that, and that demo you can add. So again, it goes into that trajectory. There will be some level of customized input required.
All right. How about this? If I can send you a text on WhatsApp and you can give me an appointment for 1 hour or something,
Works.
or 20 minutes, something,
No issues
anything
at
like
all. But just that from today evening I'm traveling for next 4 days. So मैं Thursday के बाद available. So Friday
that.
works for me.
Whenever we have time.
Okay, works. Yes,
Yeah. Thanks. Thank you for
no,
your inputs.
no problem. Yes. Next, and Madhu, not sure if you have my number, but this is my WhatsApp. You can DM me on WhatsApp
I have it on the group,
group.
that
Oh, excellent.
open community. Yeah.
Open community. Okay, works. Great.
Thanks.
No problem. Chalo. I'll take a couple of questions from chat in the between. Then Faiz, I'll come next to you. Vivek is asking, hello sir, I'm Vivek. Right now I'm pursuing my MBA in finance. So in parallel, I also want to do some professional courses. I've joined previous webinar, financial issues, did my CA first year. I did not clear. Good knowledge. Next year, the discounts. Registration window may open up. In terms of discounts, let's say discount work in a very different way, Vivek. For open market, there are discounts, but fairly less or time based hota hai. For classes, we get more duration and more discount. So in terms of discount, just connect with my team. They will help you. Not an issue. And yes, whenever you feel ready, you can go for it. No hurry. What is the EMI structure for US CMA? Krish, my team will help you with this answer for the tuition fee. If you ask me about IMA's fee, there are three payments in total you have to do. First is the entrance fee and the membership fee. And whenever you are ready for exam fee, you have to pay exam fee for first part. And whenever you are ready for the next part, exam fee for the next part. तो IMA को जो पेमेंट जाता है वो तीन स्लॉट्स में जाता है अलग अलग टाइम पर. ट्यूशन फी माई टीम कैन असिस्ट यू. I'm in first year of college pursuing BCom honors. Should I go for CMA now or should I wait till third year? I would say earlier would be better. एक जमाना था when I used to say at least wait till second year. But the world is so competitive right now. I'm seeing students complete their CMA in first year, second year only. On basis of that, they are also cracking good internship interviews. They are creating projects. They are jumping onto different certification. या फिर CAT का preparation start कर देते हैं. So the times have changed. You can consider it in as soon as possible. Not an issue. Next. I have attempted the exam twice after BCom, but in both attempts I was not able to clear. Mark, then this needs an in-depth analysis. Not sure if it was a self-study thing or you had joined some other class. 240, 260. Not sure if your essay window opened up. That will also help me understand how did you perform. Because without essay window, ठीक है, I wouldn't say not bad, but अगर essay window के साथ हुआ है, means out of 500 you scored this score, that it's really poor. And second thing, this shouldn't be the case. I mean, before going to the exam, you should have given enough tests, enough mock exams to know that we're going to pass or not. We do this right. हमारा 92% उसी के वजह से आता है. We have mid-season mock, we have final mocks as well. If we give you a green signal, then only you should go for the exam. So next time when you're attempting mark, I'll strongly suggest mock exams देने के बाद once you have that confidence, then only consider giving the exam. अभी exam fees भी बढ़ गया है. It's quite expensive now, so don't risk it. Confidence होगा तो ही जाना. Yes, Sham, how can I help?
You can hear me, right?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, thank you. So just I'm a quick around. Actually, I have 15 years of experience. Okay, so
Hmm.
currently I'm working as an FP&A domain and working as a cost controller.
Hmm.
So thing is that so I have done the BCom and also MBA, but right now it is the right time to go get into the CMA or not, and also I'm completely held up with so many stops like in the office every single day I'm going. There is no work from home, and
Hmm.
also like I'm doing some other production activities also like for my hobbies like dance and acting and everything. So
Hmm.
I'm in doubt like whether I can give the time to CMA or whether I can be pass on that. Like, can you just help me out on that?
Sure. So a simple answer would be if you can spare bare minimum 20 hours a week. If
Yeah,
you can do that, yes, do consider USCMA. In your case, you're already working in FP&A, 15 years of experience. Maybe 15 hours a week will also do because I expect your understanding will be at par. You know how budgeting works, rework calculation works, variance analysis वगैरह आपके लिए थोड़ा comfortable होगा. Now
sure.
coming to second part, after 15 years of experience, this is for me. I'm just curious.
Yeah.
What's your
Mhm.
objective or what's your expectation from USCMA?
Uh,
Why are you considering it?
Definitely, yes. But, to go for the higher position, actually, somehow I need a certification.
Hmm.
Okay, so that actually somehow stopping me because somehow I'm trying to apply for some other positions. I'm not able to get into because there is no certifications. So for that perspective, I'm thinking for.
Okay. In that perspective, then yes, it's a right choice. Because eventually, I mean, there's a formula for the promotional category now that
Yes.
whenever you're eyeing for this thing at senior management level, certifications help at C-suite level, then experience your projects, your leadership experience, even tag from IIT IM helps. So
Right.
in that context, you can go ahead, not an issue. Okay, so I hope this answers your query.
Yes.
If you
Yes.
can spare 20 hours a week, that's fine.
Okay. Thank you.
And Fez, how can I help?
Am I audible to you right now?
Yes.
See, basically, let me tell you first, like I'm in my third year of BBA, but it is right now it is like online, so I do not have like much idea of it. I
Hmm.
just give exams. It is more like of open book examination. And when it comes to my working experience now, so as far as I know, it is not relevant to what CMA requires. My like work includes like only doing recording our day-to-day transaction now. I work as a junior accountant basically,
Hmm.
recording day-to-day transaction in an accounting software, and sometimes we do the monthly GST repo and GST return filing. That's all. So is CMA
Hmm.
right first for me? And second question, and like this is most important.
Hmm.
Like you just said, you just shared a like whole time sort of kind of timetable now, that how
Hmm.
one should put 20 hours a week, right?
Hmm.
But it was when you say na weekends, like Saturday, Sunday. But I am someone who works 6 days a week. So
Hmm.
how will it work for me?
Got it.
Yeah.
See, coming to first part, you rightly said that data entry or working as a junior accountant doesn't come into the core financial management or accounting part, management accounting part, but that is actually the starting point. If you look at the trajectory of how our domain of accounting or financial management works, it starts with getting data into our ecosystem, then we convert it into reports. Reports are further used, or databases further used for analytics and for decision making. So you are currently on, I would say, first step. लर्निंग सीएमए विल हेल्प यू अंडरस्टैंड हाउ द रिपोर्टिंग पार्ट वर्क्स जो भी डेटा आ रहा है उसको किस कैटेगरी में डाल के कैसे एनालाइज किया जाता है सो इन योर कंटेक्स्ट परसुइंग यूएस सीएमए विल डेफिनेटली हेल्प second part, if you're working from Monday to Friday, Monday to Saturday, I have only one solution for you. You have to stretch on Saturday. The moment you step back, I mean, come home on from office on Saturday, immediately start studying. Push till late night study for Saturday and Sunday throughout study. So it's going to be a very disciplined phase of your life for let's say another 6 months to make sure that you complete CMA. And 6 months may you'll get an idea. If you complete first part, then believe me, it's a cakewalk for the second part. You have to shift your routine. वो जो पहला मोल्ड होता है पहला चेंज होता है that is troublesome. But once you fit into that routine, एक part करने के बाद second part you just have to continue the momentum. So first 5 months, 6 months will be a bit demanding in nature, but एक बार आप fit हो गए, you'll be able to do that. Another part, given that you are not a student, you are a professional. In your case, what you can do is initially focus on all the assignments. Let's say if you're joining FinStreet, there will be an assignment given to you on a weekly basis. If you are able to wrap that up, you also get a time. Monday to Thursday, आपका deadline होता है for the assignment because every Friday you have a weekly test. If you are able to keep up with the assignments, well and good, then there is no issue at all. Once your three sections are done, there is additional practice. So what you can do is whenever you are traveling to the office, back from the office, जो भी केस स्टडी वगैरह प्रैक्टिस है वो आप लेक्चर थ्रू ही कर लीजिए. सो एडिशनल प्रैक्टिस जो भी रहेगा यू विल बी एबल टू फास्ट ट्रैक. दैट्स द बेस्ट आई कैन टेल यू राइट नाउ. आई होप दिस हेल्प्स
Uh,
गाइस.
Yeah, but just last one.
Hmm.
I don't know much about how FinStreet works now. So I know like with when you are
Hmm.
studying with an institute online now, so you
Hmm.
can just go through the recorded lectures that I know. But if there
Hmm.
is any live classes, if there are
Hmm.
any live classes, so will I be how will I attend them? Like
Okay,
the
got it.
classes where you used to solve the doubts of the students.
Got it. I'll give you a walkthrough of how the schedule looks like, and it's a very nice structure that we have created. So Saturday, Sunday, let's say your week starts. We make sure that you at least have 6 hours of learning in classroom, and for live students, it is via Zoom. During these 6 hours, it is my job, my duty to simplify n number of concepts, somewhere around 1 to 2 chapters in every class, depending on the chapter size. And once the class is over, Saturday, Sunday, there is an assignment given to you. Assignment has 3 steps. First is there are certain pages to be read from textbook. I'll highlight those pages, and the pages are the same concept that I've taught already. So you have some context from the classroom. Reading becomes easy. Technical terms होते हैं, but that are already discussed in the classroom. Second, I also assign certain MCQs. MCQs are usually 40 to 50 on weekly basis. Third, every Thursday there is something called as DSS, doubt solving session, शाम को 8 p.m. से 10 p.m. So if you have any doubts from the pages you read or MCQs you solve, you have access to our Google Drive. Just upload all your doubts in our Google Drive. There will be one faculty coming on board live. They will solve all your questions. Saturday, Sunday, I'm there to teach DSS. There is Zuili ma'am, who's again excellent teacher, but some additional faculty will come and resolve all your doubts. Once your assignment is done, once your DSS is done, live doubt solving session is done, every Friday we open a test that is kept on till Sunday. This is nothing but your weekly tests. So whatever you have studied till now, we make sure that your understanding is up to the mark, your score is up to the mark. Every Monday there is also a leaderboard for your understanding कि class में कौन top कर रहा है या कौन कैसे perform कर रहा है. Follow this schedule for 6 months. You're on track. आप आराम से part complete कर लोगे. And 6 months तो मैं थोड़ा extended ही बता रहा हूँ. 5.5 months is also enough to wrap up one part. I hope this
Like,
gives you a good idea.
yeah, sir, what is the like the timing? As you mentioned, the on Thursday you do 8
Oh,
p.m. to 10 p.m. Now,
yes.
what about
Yes, yes,
Saturday,
yes.
Sunday?
So usually student starts from P2. P2 के लिए Saturday it is 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. and Sunday it is 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And इसका vice versa है for part 1. So part 1, Saturday you have 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. and Sunday it is 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. And one more thing, because in your case, Saturdays are going to be difficult. You might be in office. So 30 minutes after the class, automatically the recording gets uploaded, and recording for all the lectures is available by the way, but recording gets uploaded on our LMS, our kind of browser based software for learning. You can watch the recording and then come for your live class on Sunday. These are the timings.
Thank you so much for your time. Like apart from that, like the
Hmm,
study, the the fees and etc. I will connect with your team. Like, hope they will help.
no
Thank
problem.
you. Thank you so much.
Yes. Chalo, I have a hard stop at 12:30, guys. So I'll quickly cover the rest of the questions. I think Navya had a question in between. So Navya is asking, I'm an MCOM student. Should I go for part 1 or part 2? Navya, it's more to do with apple and oranges. Students, I mean, there's a trend. Everyone likes to go for part 2, but I'll break down the curriculum. If I talk about part 1, this is more to do with accounting. Whatever you have learnt in BCom, plus you have certain US GAAP and IFRS references. After that, you directly move into financial planning. You have budgeting. You have variance analysis. Then you have internal controls, in a way, one form of audit, and then you have technology, costing. So if you think you're comfortable with this type of curriculum, you like this type of curriculum, go ahead with part 1 first. Pick your favorite. जब फेवरेट चीजें होती है ना, you are kind of interested, you maintain that consistency. Coming to part 2, if you like finance मतलब क्या, corporate finance, understanding how debt works, how equity works, how valuation works, derivatives क्या होता है, IPO क्या होता है, stock market, merger and acquisitions क्या होता है, forex क्या होता है, all these concepts. If you like ratio analysis, if you like economics, demand, supply, elasticity, market structures, if you like strategy, if you like some level of performance management, if you like risk management, if you like capital budgeting, and if you like ethics, then go ahead with part 2. Your choice. Why? The reason why I say usually part 2 is easy, if you observe this carefully ना, ये थोड़ा economics वगैरह logic driven होता है. So you don't have to memorize much. Once you understand the logic, you are able to retain the concept. ये अकाउंटिंग, यूएस गैप, आईएफआरएस, थोड़ा मेमोरी बेस्ड होता है. यू हैव टू मेमोराइज दिस, रिटेन दिस, रिवाइज दिस. वास्ट भी होता है थोड़ा. तो that's my perspective. I hope this gives you some context around decision making now. Yeah. Next, weekday classes. So weekday mein there is only one difference. See, if I talk about weekend classes, the structure is 3 hours on Saturday, 3 hours on Sunday, Sat and Sunday. So weekly basis पे 6 hours of learning. If I talk about weekday classes, ये switch हो जाता है. Weekday classes from Tuesday to Thursday, 2 hours daily. So 2 hours plus 2 hours plus 2 hours. So overall 6 hours of learning only. But यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा स्ट्रक्चर थोड़ा बदल जाता है in terms of how your doubt solving sessions are conducted and how your extra practice sessions are conducted. We have a very different learning model for first 3 months and last 3 months, by the way. First 3 months, the schedule I have discussed वो चलता है, but for last 3 months there are a lot of extra things that we do. We kind of shortlist some of the not some, we take mid-season mock, we evaluate your overall performance, and then we shortlist candidates which we see are completely prepared for your exam. Once those are shortlisted, उनको अलग एक कोहोर्ट ग्रुप में डाल के उनका केस स्टडी प्रैक्टिस स्टार्ट होता है, सपोर्ट पैकेज शेयर होता है. सो द शेड्यूल चेंजेस एज पर द एग्जाम अप्रोचेस, बट आई होप ये एक बेसिक आइडिया दे देगा आपको. चलो नेक्स्ट, विशाल.
Hello, sir. This is Vishal.
हाय विशाल.
Actually, I am a law graduate, and side by side, I also done my company secretaryship. But I couldn't able to clear for the more than 5 times. I will give my attempt. For 3 times, I will clear the subjects, but I couldn't get the aggregates. So
Vishal,
yeah,
so was it at executive level or professional level?
it's executive level, sir.
Okay, go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, that I planning to do US CMA.
Hmm.
So is my route is correct, sir? That US CMA will be suitable for my LLB with US CMA is a good combination for my career, sir. This is my question.
Oh, it's a good combination in the context that if you are getting into corporate law, especially if you're planning to serve financial clients, banking clients for financial transaction deals,
Okay,
वहाँ पे जरूर help करेगा. So it's a very small niche that you can target, but yes, it will give you an edge.
it will go. Okay. Proceed with the US CMA. Just part one or part two, sir. Actually, I am more valuable in theory apart from number papers.
Okay, correct. Then I would recommend you can start with part
Yeah.
two. Okay, if your comfort zone is theory,
So,
part two should be helpful. Yes. Okay. Next, I think Divyanshi.
yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Hi, sir. I'm Divyanshi from Jaipur, Rajasthan, and
Yes.
I'm working professional. I have 3 years of experience, and currently I'm pursuing MBA. But I'm going for this course because I want more opportunities. So it's manageable course with job.
Along with job. Okay.
Yes,
With job it is manageable. We had an
because
initial
I have
discussion.
only 3 hours to study on daily basis. Like so.
Oh, okay. Uh, so just to check, Divyanshi, were you there in the first half an hour of the webinar?
Actually, right now I'm occupied in office work, so I'm not joining
Oh, okay.
early.
No
So
problem. So I'll recommend के आप बाद में ये YouTube पे recording immediately मिल जाएगा in 2 minutes. In
okay.
initial half an hour ना for this segment, working professional segment, and this first segment, in general, how much preparation is required? 20 hours of weekly study. I've broken down how it should be studied. And secondly, for working professional working in Indian shift, European shift, and US shift, इसका भी breakdown मैंने दिया है. So I will recommend you to watch that. If I had
Okay.
to give you an overview, this is how your in general preparation should look like. Daily, Monday to Friday, 2 hours. You can spare 40 minutes for video lectures learning, reading 40 minutes, and solving 40 minutes. Secondly, once you are using this pattern, your weekdays should allow you to study for 2 hours. Weekends, please spare at least 5 hours. This is where you cover up जो भी lag चल रहा है. So on a weekly basis, you are able to give 20 hours of study. Now with this 20 hours of study, आराम से you can prepare if you take it very lightly. 5 महीने में study हो जाएगा. If you're fast paced, if you quickly grasp things, so 4 महीने में भी study can be done easily. And next part, in which slot or how to manage your day completely. तो यहाँ पे कुछ मैंने हाइजीन पैरामीटर्स दिए हैं कि इट इज बेटर टू स्टडी इन द मॉर्निंग. वर्किंग प्रोफेशनल्स के लिए ऑप्ट फॉर डीप वर्क मतलब मोबाइल फोन वगैरह ऑफ रख के इन अ वेरी साइलेंट रूम अवे फ्रॉम योर chaos or disturbance from your home, preferably study in your safe and silent space. Indian shift के लिए you can study some part in the morning, some part in the evening. 1 hour in the morning lectures and reading, 1 hour in the evening for MCQs. European shift होगा तो complete your studies in the morning only, and US shift होगा तो afternoon में you can study between 1 and 3 p.m. Does that help?
Oh, yes, yes, yes. And the second one is like a portal provide an job opportunity like placement supports,
Hmm.
US CMS basically.
Yes, we do. So how it works is once your part one, part two, any of the part is completed, we share a couple of free courses with you. We call it placement boot camp. This helps you enhance your profile. And उसके बाद एक placement kit share होता है जहाँ पे you have a CV template, you have certain guidelines, you have some action verbs and some documents. उससे use करके you can keep your basic profile ready. For extracurricular activities, there are videos that I share with you. उसे refer करके you can add up to your profile. ये प्रोसेस स्टार्ट हो जाता है द मोमेंट यू कंप्लीट योर फर्स्ट पार्ट. एंड वंस बोथ द पार्ट्स आर कंप्लीटेड, then we trigger your placement assistance where we take your CVs to different HRs and we get you interview shortlist. Once the interview shortlist is with you, you have to appear for the interview and you have to crack the interview and join for the employment.
Okay. And what is the mentorship uh, you provide? Like I have a question, so I can connect anytime to the mentor.
So there are two layers to this for assistance. One is when it comes to planning your studies, when it comes to understanding के थोड़ा पीछे छूट गए हैं अब क्या करना चाहिए या इतना प्रोग्रेस कर लिया है अब क्या करना चाहिए. For that we have student success team. They have all possible formulas which I have drafted and they are available 24/7. Sorry, not 24/7. Working hours में they are available for the full time. So 9 to 6 you can contact them anytime. सेकेंड पार्ट करियर गाइडेंस वगैरह के लिए जो भी चाहिए. सेकेंड स्ट्रैटेजिक लेवल पे कुछ चाहिए. थर्ड, इफ यू आर फेसिंग सम एक्सेप्शनल इश्यूज, आई एम ऑल्सो देयर अवेलेबल ड्यूरिंग वर्किंग आवर्स, बट मेनली मंडे ट्यूसडे ही होता हूँ. वेनसडे टू थर्सडे आई हैव अदर क्लासेस एंड अदर लेक्चर्स. थर्ड
Okay.
part, when it comes to doubt solving session, every Thursday we have dedicated, just a second, huh? Every Thursday we have 2 hours of dedicated doubt solving session. So from Monday to Wednesday is your time to complete your assignment. तो कुछ भी क्वेश्चन का डाउट हो, पैराग्राफ का डाउट हो, नोट्स का डाउट हो, किसी भी कंसेप्चुअल डाउट हो, you just have to take a screenshot, put it in our Google Drive. Every Thursday 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. there will be a faculty who will come on board and resolve all your doubts.
Okay. And what is the right time to join this course?
Right time, so we closed our batch for May June attempt yesterday night, Friday को. So 2 lectures अभी हो गए हैं. But if you're someone going for May June, then this is the right time. If you're someone who's going for September October, then end of January या February से आप start कर सकते हैं. End of January prepare.
Okay. And the last one is like अभी जैसे मान लीजिए मैंने अभी कोई स्टडी करा बट मुझे टाइम लग रहा है बहुत मतलब कोर्स समझने में और मैं चाहती हूँ कि बहुत थोड़ा लेट एग्जाम दूँ तो वो चीज़ हो जाएगी ना इस कोर्स के साथ में.
हो जाएगी. See, what we do is we don't send you blindly to an exam. We track your progress for the first 3 months. 50% of the curriculum आराम से हो जाता है. So after that we take a test, and along with your test score, उसे mid season mock कहते हैं. So your mid season mock is there. Along with your mid season mock, your रिकॉर्डिंग ऑन था क्या? ठीक है. मिड सीजन मॉक, वीकली टेस्ट एंड योर असाइनमेंट का कंप्लीशन रेट, वो 3 चेक करके वी विल ओनली टेल यू दिव्यांशी दैट यू आर रेडी फॉर द एग्जाम. गो फॉर इट, कंटिन्यू विद द मोमेंटम. इफ यू आर नॉट रेडी, विल हाईलाइट इट टू यू कि वी डोंट थिंक यू आर रेडी फॉर द एग्जाम. कंसिडर कवरिंग अप एंड नेक्स्ट अटेम्प्ट आपके लिए ओपन रहेगा.
Okay, thank you so much for your guidance.
Okay, no problem. Chalo, thank you guys. I couldn't attend some of the questions, but again, I'll be back in couple of weeks with another webinar. I'll try to answer your questions in the next one. Thank you so much. I'll